Hello everyone. We hope that you are doing well. If this is your first time on this channel, welcome to YouTube official verified US Immigration Updates channel, and welcome back if you are returning. We have got some significant news to discuss that could have far-reaching implications on immigration policies and the border. In this video, we're going to talk about how your social media profile can affect your future of your US immigration status. So once again, good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, and welcome again. If you are interested in learning more about this topic, stay tuned until the end of this video. If you like this video, please click the subscribe button, the like this video button. And don't forget to press the bell icon to get new updates instantly and directly to your YouTube. So, without any further delay, now let's get into the video and find out what the latest updates are on US immigration. Welcome once again. According to new documents, US immigration officials sought to expand their abilities to monitor and surveil social media activity and allowed officers to create and use fake social media profiles in a wide range of operations, including covertly researching the online presence of people seeking immigration benefits, new documents show. Records obtained through an open records request by the civil rights nonprofit Brennan Center for Justice revealed that authorities within several Department of Homeland Security (DHS) immigration agencies, including Customs and Border Protection (CBP) and Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE), frequently discussed using aliases or undercover online accounts for investigations. Officials have also voiced concern over the social media sites' false profile usage restrictions and talked about getting around them. The data did not identify the specific websites that the police were using, but several, including Facebook, have explicit policies against the use of aliases and false identities, particularly by governmental organizations. Records showed that the DHS's actions were so troubling that a corporate representative alerted the agency to a probable violation of the social network's guidelines. The information was revealed at a time when privacy worries about how law enforcement in the U.S. monitors online behavior, acquires and exchanges personal data, and sometimes does so without a warrant or subpoena, are on the rise. In recent years, police have spied on Black Lives Matter protesters using fictitious accounts, pretended to be regular people and posted negative comments about law enforcement, sent Facebook friend requests to people they were looking into, and then gathered personal data without a judge's permission for the online search. Officials from Facebook have criticized the Los Angeles and Memphis police departments' actions in public, while the latest records show that the DHS was criticized privately. The fact that the DHS already has a vast surveillance network that enables it to track migrants and, occasionally, U.S. citizens, whether by accessing location data from tech companies, purchasing user information from data brokers, or using facial recognition, makes it likely that the DHS files, which go back several years, will cause concern from civil rights groups. One of the policy documents obtained through the requests allows DHS fraud detection agents working for U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, to check the background of anyone requesting immigration benefits using fictitious accounts. The document offers more information on a procedure that U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services originally disclosed in 2019. The policy stated that those officers, who work for the organization that decides who receives green cards and citizenship, can gather a variety of information, including physical addresses, relationship details, affiliations with employment and educational institutions, and any social media posts that are contrary to information submitted by the applicant. According to the paper, any material gathered during these investigations must be saved in the person's file, even if it is discovered to not be derogatory. According to Rachel Levinson-Waldman, managing director of the Brennan Center's Liberty and National Security Program, what we see in these documents is just how widespread the use of undercover accounts is, with these attempts to hide their tracks while using social media. It is obvious that they are doing it knowing full well that it violates one of the major platform's regulations. Facebook became aware of the DHS's social media policy in March 2019, while the Trump administration was in office, after a representative contacted the DHS and expressed concern about CBP expanding its use of social media platforms. The anonymous Facebook representative highlighted a recently published CBP privacy evaluation of the agency's social media policy, which stated in part, some CBP personnel may conceal their identity when viewing social media for operational security purposes. The CBP officers might create accounts to examine public information and review the posts captured by the monitoring tools in order to determine whether they are relevant for situational awareness and threat monitoring, according to a DHS cybersecurity and innovation specialist. In response, a Facebook representative said that anyone who used the network to claim to be someone they weren't was infringing the rules. Our worry is that governments, advocacy organizations, and our users frequently request that our companies take more steps to thwart the establishment of fictitious accounts by con artists and terrorist organizations. Therefore, it breaches our rules when any industry, including law enforcement, creates false profiles. It's unclear how the DHS handled Facebook's worries in the end, but later that year, officials continued to broach the subject of utilizing fictitious accounts. According to communications between DHS privacy officials, ICE's Enforcement and Removal Operations, ARROW, which locates and detains persons for deportation, expressed interest in using social media for fugitive and detainee operations in August 2019. One DHS privacy officer responded, "I'm mostly worried about ERO's authorization to construct a phony profile and how we would get around the terms of service of certain social media companies." Around the same time, DHS officials announced in writing that the division's Homeland Security Investigations, SHI, which handles criminal investigations, will soon employ aliases. And a 2012 SHI social media strategy guideline stated that undercover operations might necessitate that investigators befriend or become business associates with potential violators. Roy L. Austin, vice president of the corporation and deputy general counsel for civil rights at Meta, the parent company of Facebook, noted that the DHS and other law enforcement agencies had been reminded numerous times of the authenticity principles of the firm. "We want to make sure that users of our platforms may do so without worrying about being subjected to unauthorized government or unreliable agent surveillance." Ryan Brack, a spokeswoman for Meta, declined to comment on whether the company has monitored DHS infractions in the past. However, they did state in an email that DHS uses various forms of technology in furtherance of its mission, including tools to support investigations related to, among other things, threats to infrastructure, illegal trafficking on the dark web, cross-border transnational crime, and terrorism. DHS spokespeople declined to respond to specific questions about the records or its practices on Facebook. DHS uses technology in ways that are compliant with the law and its authority. However, the agency only collects publicly available social media information that is reasonably related to matters under USCIS consideration, a DHS spokesperson said, adding that the agency continues to allow the use of fake accounts to investigate people seeking immigration benefits. The policy sent by the spokesperson states that CBP can use masked monitoring on social media to gather public information but cannot interact with the subjects of their reviews while undercover. The representative declined to elaborate on ICE's procedures, stating that the organization does not comment on investigative tactics, techniques, tools, or ongoing investigations or operations. If procedures would authorize such communications in the physical world, according to a policy document the Brennan Center obtained, ICE officers may employ a fictitious identity online. The documents do not specify the possible appearance of the fictitious accounts or the extent or frequency of officer use. In 2019, ICE was discovered generating phony profiles that appeared to be associated with universities but were really part of an operation to identify international students committing immigration fraud. Meta has described this tactic as a common one, involving the use of fake profiles and software tools to scrape data from Facebook to aid in monitoring. Hundreds of fictitious accounts might be used by for-profit companies hired for spying reasons to search and see the profiles of unwitting targets, according to a 2022 meta-research study on the expansion of the surveillance for hire market. Levinson Waldman pointed out that police and data companies might easily misinterpret social media data and use it as a weapon to prosecute people. The market has made it worthwhile for these companies to keep creating these undercover accounts and collecting reams of data, she said. Fake accounts are quite easy to abuse. They are an effective tool, but they may also be highly invasive. Additional records provided in response to the Brennan Center's thorough request about the DHS's use of social media surveillance raise further concerns about the possible destinations for personal data. The department appears to collaborate with a wide range of other government agencies and, occasionally, private businesses. According to the documents, ICE may share the data it has acquired or amassed with a variety of organizations, including other law enforcement agencies. In one instance, deportation officials from ICE gave information to a local police department that claimed to be looking into allegations of voter fraud. Another time, ICE sent an email to the Samoan government, asking for information on deportees. Those instances suggested there was general communication but did not appear to involve particular requests for social media information. In order to make its online monitoring easier, ICE has also accessed a number of tools. According to the documents, Giant Oak Search Technology, GOST, which claims to find negative news in chat rooms, social media and discussion websites, the deep web, and articles or sources in foreign languages, was used in a contract between ICE and SHE. The CEO of Giant Oak stated via email that the company no longer collaborated with the DHS and that he was proud of GOST and its ability to support those combating serious threats such as human trafficking and drug trafficking while preserving privacy. The emails show that ICE also made an effort to hide the IP addresses of its employees when conducting social media reviews. A number of digital privacy organizations have protested CBP's intention to gather the social media handles of current visa holders more extensively when they enter and exit the U.S. Levinson Waldman criticized organizations like the DHS, saying, "There are just so many different mechanisms to find and track people and draw inferences about them. And these records demonstrate a recurring focus on a wide range of techniques to facilitate covert social media use." That's all we have for you in this bulletin. I hope you found this video useful. We will continue to keep a close eye on the developments as immigration-related updates and will publish new videos when there are more updates. The U.S. Immigration Update channel provides all necessary visa information and procedures for your U.S. immigration journey. It is important to understand the United States immigration processing steps, visa application requirements, processing times, forms, fees, and more. We will continue to provide all information about U.S. visitor visas such as B1 and B2, work visas such as L1A, L1B, and H1B, student visas, green cards, immigrant visas, EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, and EB5, and family immigrant visas. Thank you for visiting us today, and we'll see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe channel for more U.S. immigration update videos.